Hi guys, Jake and Marisa back again for more live reactions to Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel. Marisa's not feeling well, in case you could not gather.
I have the con crud.
Yeah, she has the post-con plague from the Power Morphicon. Yeah, for those of you who have not, who have been sort of,
Who did not wash their hands?
Many people, I'm sure.
Who said, I know I'm not feeling really well, but I don't want to miss Power Morphicon?
But probably plenty of people.
Because that's how con crud happens, because somebody who should have stayed home didn't.
I'm feeling alright. I'm just a little tired. But yes, to those of you who have not been following us over the course of the summer, welcome back. Good to see you guys. I know not everybody follows our Super Sentai live reactions, but for all of our...
hopefully the fact that you're okay means that all those actors you were hanging out with are also okay.
Yeah, hopefully.
And that this was something I picked up on the con floor where you didn't get to spend much time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was on the con floor a lot.
Not interacting with people.
I was...
You just ran through.
I was bobbing and weaving and apparently dodging them germs. So I did pretty good.
It was like con floor parkour.
Yeah, I joked around with a few people how I think I may have taught myself parkour over the course of the convention.
And one guy offered you parkour lessons.
That is true.
He's an actual parkour teacher.
That was unexpected. Unfortunately, I do not live anywhere near that person, so that is not a thing that will be happening. Parkour. Anyway. But yes, if you would like to hear more about our many adventures at Power Morphicon, I released a rather long Jake Says Hi.
It's like an hour long.
Yeah.
I watched it today while I was...
I did not think I was going to end up talking for that long. I'm like, oh, I'll sit down and talk for like 10 minutes about Power Morphicon, and then I had a lot to say.
Yes, you do.
I am good at talking at length about Power Rangers related things, as has been reflected by the literally hundreds of hours of content of me talking with you about Power Rangers and related Power Rangers things. There's a lot of that on the internet. We're about to make some more of that on the internet. Because after 22 weeks, Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel is back. It has apparently been the longest hiatus to date, not counting the year off that Power Rangers was canceled.
That doesn't even count as a hiatus.
And even then, we still had the reversioning during that time, so I don't know if that really counts.
This was feeling pretty long. I didn't realize it was the longest one ever.
Yeah, I didn't realize it until Burgundy Ranger pointed out on Twitter, and he's really good about keeping those stats. But it's just, there was all this Power Ranger stuff going on anyway. We had Power Morphicon, and Shattered Grid has been killing it in the comic books. And, I mean, I've been working on DRPR, bringing that back. So, for those of you who did not notice, we have a trailer. Episode 85 is coming out next week, so we're just knocking out the videos right now. We had the live reaction for Lupin Ranger vs. Pat Ranger. We'll have another one of those next week.
We were both exhausted for that one, but the con crud hadn't kicked in for me yet.
Yep. I released the Jake Says Hi on Power Morphicon, the trailer for the next DRPR. We're going to be having another one of these after Tuesday.
Yeah, this is going to be a primetime episode.
There's going to be a special primetime episode for the anniversary, and then the other Lupin Ranger versus Pat Ranger, the next Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel next week, the Power Reviews episode coming out by the end of this month. Maybe if I feel really ambitious, I might do something relating to Shattered Grid in the comics, but
there was a full
no
set of Lupin Rangers at Power Morphicon.
There were?
And I did not see them.
I did. Wow, those thieves are good.
The thieves we've heard about. But
the thieves that everyone's been talking about.
Yeah, there's red, yellow, and blue. I saw some pictures of them online, but I never ran into them in the con.
In thief costume or ranger form?
Ranger form.
Cool. missed that.
There was a blue.
Cool.
There was a blue Lupin blue in the.
Yeah, I think I remember
costume
seeing
that. Was all over the place. Him, I saw.
Anyway, but yeah, if you would like to hear more, feel free to check out that Jake Says Hi. But in the meantime, we've got a cliffhanger to resolve.
Have we?
Yeah. You do not remember.
Dude, I'm not even sure what day it is right now.
It's Saturday when Power Rangers normally comes out. But yeah, our longest hiatus yet was a cliffhanger. We're gonna find out what happens now that Madame Odious has her new Fox bot that took out the Ranger Zords.
Alright, they ain't got no Zords no more.
Yeah, their Zords got knocked out, so we're gonna see what happens. It'll probably be revealed and resolved in this episode. But in the meantime, we will be taking a look at episode 9 of Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel Outfoxed. Play.
I feel like I'm going to be really embarrassed about this episode later when I'm not.
Ten years later, the Rangers fought many battles to protect the legendary Ninja Power.
So yeah, do your best to key up with the... Here we go. Oh, Madame Odious. She survived, quickly refreshing us on what the deal is.
Only one team of heroes can stop her. It's morphin' time.
Not that guy, he's cool.
Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel. There's a QF spot.
Cosmo's the best.
Cosmo Royale. Yep. Oh, last time on Power Rangers.
Foxatron, it damaged our Zord stars.
Foxatron.
Our Zords, what are we gonna do?
Good question. What are you?
Madam, you just need to recharge the medallions.
We've got one day to figure out how to beat that thing.
Okay, yeah, they got one day to recharge. Are you really? Okay.
Feels like we're in a dream.
What?
Nightmare.
No, you're at school. What?
I think maybe they're saying it's surreal that they've gone back to school with all this going on. But that's because they shouldn't have.
Found a solution.
What?
Nick says he hasn't come up
Wait.
with a way to stop the
Wait,
Foxatron.
it's gonna be recharged in 2 hours?
And they've all just been going to classes and waiting for Mick to come up with a solution.
Wow, you guys are not being proactive here.
Hi. I'm Sandy. I just transferred into your science class.
Okay.
Maybe want to study?
I'm so sorry, but my friends and I are kind of in the middle of something.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
No problem.
Oh, okay.
Name's
Awkward.
Victor Vincent. Want to see my trophies?
Actually, I was just going to work on my science project.
Great! I love to science. Let's go.
He loves to science.
You really don't have to.
That's red new character. Okay.
Good job, Madonna. When the medallions have finished recharging, my Foxatron
Wait, Madonna actually did something?
the Rangers.
Looks like she,
Stars will be
Recharged the medallion somehow.
Look, Wolverine. It's just like I told you. She has all our medallions.
I'm taking mine back. I
Yeah,
for my memory powers.
Those belong to Odious now.
In 2 hours, the
ninjas
Foxatron
are not
will
having
be
powers.
recharged. But if you can destroy the Rangers before then, you can have your medallions back.
That seems like a fair
If you
deal.
fail, my Foxatron will
these
destroy
these
you
four
and
things
the
before the
Rangers.
stroke of midnight on the third night. And you shall have, I guarantee, a child as perfect a child can be. Go to the wood!
Go into the woods. Even with all our might together, Ninja Steel. Never give up without a fight together, Ninja Steel. Rangers fear no danger. Go, go, Power Rangers. Go, go, Power Rangers. Go. So now for what is right together, Ninja Steel. All day and night together, Ninja Steel. Rangers fear no danger. Go, go, Power Rangers. Go, go, Power Rangers. Go. Ninja Steel. Go. Go. Power Rangers. Ninja Steel. Go, go, Power Rangers. Go, go, Power Rangers. Go. Ninja Steel.
See, I can do the talking part, but I can't do
Fair.
blockage. Oh, hello, team. I'm afraid we haven't had much luck.
That's because you're useless,
Must be
Redbot.
some way to fix the sword stars.
Yeah,
We've
Redbot.
been working on it since
It didn't.
last night.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's just so
Uther
hard to
Dean,
melt
Steve
down
McCleary, and
and
Chip
forge.
Lynch. So
If we can't
no
fix
Becca and
the
Alwyn
sword,
on this one.
We need a new strategy to have a chance against
I know Uther and Steve have been sort of intern team up until now. So
Those are new Zords.
looks like they've gotten upgrades.
I have never seen them before.
Okay. Have you ever seen any Zords before you've received a vision? Alright, let's see what happens.
So are these the Zords from another another Sentai?
Doubtful. I'm pretty sure these are still Ninja.
Or maybe not.
Okay.
When they play out.
That, they just stuck
It's
in
like
there.
they're stuck.
That
But
happened.
why? Mick, what's going on?
There's an actual challenge to creating new Zords.
No idea.
Doesn't happen often at all.
Excuse you.
What? Okay.
It's those people from Darkwish.
Sure.
Who are you?
How'd you find out about our base?
Trust me, we know a lot about you. We're on your side.
And we're here to help with those. The Blazord stars.
Huh.
Blazords. Wait, how do you know what they are?
Legends say you have to earn the power of the Blazords from the prism.
Those stars will be yours after you prove yourselves worthy of them.
This is entertaining.
Prove ourselves? What does that even mean? We're already Rangers.
Hey, listen, if we don't get those stars, the world as we know it will be destroyed
Yeah.
in less than 2 hours.
Yeah, this
You
happened.
are the only ones who can unlock those stars.
Nice.
Good luck.
That
Third
was...
dude was totally useless. He
Yep.
said nothing and
Who
did
are those
nothing.
guys? And what is that? We have got buzz cams flying into the city.
I've got some ideas.
Simple.
We shall see.
That's what.
With the wacky voice modulation, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like themselves.
We shall see.
It's not like we haven't had wacky time travel before. Hey, Flip!
There has been quite a bit of time travel on here. Say hey, Flip.
Yeah, I did.
I like the idea of there just being a random buzz cam named
The
Flip.
only thing that's rising today is
Like,
the chances
between
of
that and the
destruction.
connection I just drew to...
Power stars. Lock in.
I think being sick has just made me a,
Yeah. But
free association machine.
this is... I feel like this is a new orchestration on this Power Rangers theme business. That sounded almost like a Mega Man Power Rangers, which I am down for because I like Mega Man.
I extorted Jacob into going to the supermarket and buying ice cream and oatmeal for me.
Yep.
Said I wouldn't do this unless he did.
Yep. Well, it's because you're very sick, and I appreciate that you are here because otherwise, yeah.
Everyone else who tried to get was unavailable.
Yeah, I tried to see if we could get somebody else to do a guest co-host spot, but everybody who I got in touch with was unfortunately busy during this time. Oof.
Fighting without my medallion is impossible!
Except for the people who live far away and were like, can I Skype in? And then,
Yeah, and I didn't want to try and play around with that technology today.
not on such short notice.
Yeah. I'm not entirely even sure how I would go about doing that. And have everything, be real time, etc. Except maybe pointing a laptop at the TV and then recording that and compositing that in or something like that. Something far more complex than just us sitting here. You just got destroyed again. Not great for you, Wolverine. Oh no, wait, you're still not destroyed. You keep surviving.
But not destroyed. I'll be back.
Okay.
He got away!
And Venom retreated too. Well, that's gotta prove that we're worthy, right?
Probably not.
The Blaze Zord stars have come out of the prism.
That's probably not enough.
This is really starting to remind me of that episode of Mystic Force.
Did it work?
Where Vita and Chip set up their little good deeds.
Yeah, the Code Busters.
That's the third Power Rangers reference I've just pulled out of thin air. I'm not usually that good at this.
This is true.
Like I'm saying.
Oh, actually having to prove yourselves for a new Zord. I feel like it's been a while. Like,
This is some dark witch stuff going on here.
True.
And then just like that. And then what was the third one?
Flip.
Hey, Flip.
Yeah. I'm trying to think about the last time they actually had to, like, earn a Zord. Yeah, that's true. There was the journey for the Rhino Steel Zord.
Yeah.
I think that was the last time, because RPM was all, they were manufacturing Zords. Samurai, I guess they had to earn some stuff for Samurai. Oh, they had to win over the Bull Zord back in Samurai.
The gummies you mix and match.
There was a Bull Zord.
Match cherry and orange for fruit punch. Match pear and
Oh,
strawberry for red.
these are apparently gummies that are basically structured like little Legos.
Mix them, match them, love them.
But they're not structured like Legos.
Like,
Because some of them have the lump and some of them have the divot.
this is
So
true.
you could only make twosies.
Yes, this is true.
Wait, you say okay?
With Dino Charge, I guess they did have to prove themselves worthy of the Energem, which default led them to have the Zord. So that one is a little bit of a gray area.
What about the lake monster?
Lake Monster?
Whether it's a business card, a banner,
What,
or
you
a
referred to
postcard,
Titanosaur when they got that out of the lake or something else?
sizes, and design options to create marketing that's right for your business.
That was kind of an
Give it
urgent
a try
situation.
with 500 standard business cards starting at just
I don't think
$9.99.
how they actually unlocked the Titanosaur.
At vistaprint.com.
Jurassic World.
Because I know that somehow Riley's brother Mac got trapped under there.
Chopping down the food chain. The T-Rex.
I think they may have just powered it with their various Dino Chargers or something.
Little live pets. It's like the littlest pet shop got robotic.
But at the very least, like,
With 7 kids and me coaching
it's not really been the norm, it feels like, in a long time.
Fix that covered. Get the best selection of
Like, you always used to have to go for a request or something to get a new Zord, and
Yeah, anything but the first set of Zords that you get from being a Power Ranger.
Buy one, get one 50%
Yeah,
off. Plus great footwear under $40.
it's interesting to see them finally have to actually earn the Zords again.
Every school season starts at Dick's.
Yeah, but they'll resolve that all in one episode, I'm sure. Which is sad, because it would be really cool if they had to earn them one at a time.
Something like
Yeah.
Ninja Mutant Turtle Teen.
It all begins in the new series, Rise of the Teenage
Yeah,
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I've checked out the sort of the sneak preview. They released 5 episodes of the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I'm actually okay with it so far.
We're showing that we're strong fighters, and yet those Zord stars are still...
Okay, you need to do more than prove you're strong fighters. We are back, by the way.
So, what's the plan?
I mean, didn't whatchamacallit get his gem by saving a little girl?
Prince Philip. Yeah, well they all got their Energems by saving some.
But
That's
Rich,
the
you said
idea.
that Super Steel is too strong to melt down.
It is, but
Wait,
I have
what?
an idea. If we put them in a chemical bath and zap them with electrodes, we might be
What?
able to shock them back to life.
What?
Like jump-starting a car. Exactly.
He wants to defibrillate
Exactly, but definitely
the stars.
sort of, kind of like
Interesting.
that.
Okay, that's an idea.
On that list.
What? Okay.
Bring me these things before. Sorry.
Okay, so they're gonna
Let's go.
just recharge their Zord stars. Bring the Zords back. What is
Is everything okay, Mrs. Finch?
Oh, it's my
wedding ring. It
Whoa.
fell down the drain.
Okay, so they need to do some random good deeds here to prove
Right,
it.
but they're gonna ignore her because they're busy.
You're gonna get the stuff to me.
Yeah, but we have to help too.
Okay,
Go
so
ahead. Haley and I'll help find the ring. Okay.
so each of them are going to have to do a little good deed.
If you're not too busy, that
Yeah.
would just make my day.
How did they
You can open this crate.
how did they okay? I guess it's just heavy. Oh,
And a
okay.
chemical reaction should turn the liquid blue.
Okay, and here Preston needs to help Sandy, I guess.
That's easy for this science superstar. Excuse me, we're trying to science in here.
Yeah, we'll be quick.
You keep using science as a verb, and it's vaguely amusing.
Hey, size of the birds.
One for me and one for you.
Gotcha.
Or
Solvents.
Hey, you guys aren't gonna combine those chemicals, are you? Because that could be dangerous.
so he apparently knows chemistry
You
well.
stick to
Then.
magic, leave science for the experts. Okay.
Awkward.
Watch it.
Okay, so this is going to explode. What is going to happen? Hopefully this is not going to kill anyone. Yeah, it's just going to explode. Okay, so apparently it turns them green. That's
And they're glued together.
Oh, my precious hair! Oh, your precious hair! Let's get out of here.
okay. Yep, you guys have your hair stuck together. That is unfortunate.
If your project was to glue Victor and Monty together, A+.
So,
This project is due today. Somehow I don't think I'm gonna make it.
yeah, Preston's gonna help her out.
Didn't you ask
Whoever
me to
heard of a
study
high school science
Yeah,
chemistry
I'm here.
project that involved working
I was
in a
hoping to
lab
make some friends.
unsupervised?
Yeah, I know exactly what that's like.
I think it's
Sandy.
well. She already
Sorry for kind
knows
of ignoring you
your
earlier.
name, but
My
okay.
friends and I, we have
I
this
think she does.
emergency.
Press, we have everything we need. Let's go.
Just a sec.
He's gonna stay and help her out real quick.
I can't just leave her here.
Yeah, go on.
ahead. I'm gonna help Sandy
Yeah, there
figure
we
this
go.
experiment. It'll be quick.
Yeah,
Sure thing.
yeah. You do good things, and good things happen. There we go.
How about a little help?
No, I'm serious though. I mean,
What about
did you
your
ever do
emergency?
chemistry unsupervised
My
in
friends
high
have it
school?
covered. I can spare a minute.
I don't believe to my teacher's knowledge.
Now, first of all,
But as I was saying, the kind of school that allows this sort of thing is the kind of school that only hires 2 teachers.
Monty, where are you going? To class.
What?
Class. I don't want people to see me like this.
You should go to the nurse. Or why are you even outside?
Hey, did you guys get all the stuff?
Yes, of course. Did you guys find that ring? Yeah, eventually. Quick, we better get to Mike.
Okay, they're gonna help Victor and Monty.
We can't leave him like that.
Okay, we'll take this stuff to Nick. Okay.
There you go.
Wait a minute.
Solvent.
I know. This solvent ought to get those two unstuck.
There we go.
See you at the base. Yeah.
It's a pretty innocuous way to prove themselves worthy, but I am down for them doing good deeds.
Okay, wait a minute. So because they had to do all of this, is Mick doing his passive aggressive thing again?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think he actually knew the deal on this.
The voltage maximize.
We got Victor and Monty unstuck. Turns out they aren't inseparable after all.
Any luck with the stars? We're about to find out.
And
Clear.
the blaze stars. Ooh. This electrolyte bath thing seems to be working.
You did it.
Nice.
You jump-started my Zord Star. Let's do the rest. Yeah.
It really looks more like he removed the corrosion, but it's still,
John can be back at
that seemed to work pretty good.
But we still have 5 more Zord stars to fix.
Yeah, you
There's
do.
no way we have enough time.
Well,
Really?
you should get
Because that looked
started.
pretty quick.
Except you just proved yourself. So.
Also, start with red,
But yeah, the new,
because it walks around on its own.
yes, especially, like the Lion Fortress sword would probably be best. But yeah, this new Ninja Turtle show is interesting because it's just so completely different from any other Ninja Turtle show that I'm kind of accepting it on its own terms and the fact that it's doing its own thing. there have been enough iterations of Ninja Turtles that I think they've earned the right to experiment with their storytelling.
Like the time they went to space wasn't an experiment already?
Well, honestly, that's something that every iteration of the Ninja Turtles have done. The original comics, within like the first 10 issues, they were in space. It did not take long. And I mean, you know, the 2003 series adapted that as Turtles in Space as a 5-parter at the beginning of their second season.
That's a jellyfish with a soul.
Style series, a cute surprise you can wear. There's over 60 to collect. So slide on, flip on, hang on, get your style.
Yeah, a lot of people are really skeptical regarding the rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And honestly, and a lot of it is based off of the animation style. And although the animation style is a little bit odd, I think it well reflects the new energy of the series. And as someone who really wasn't that down for the CG animation style of the 2012 series, and not a huge fan of the art design until they developed it far enough over the course of several seasons. I'm willing to give this one a chance as well. 2012 had some tonal and art design issues for me that took a while for them to grow out of, and it still never quite hit there in a few spots. There was definitely a lot of good stuff in the 2012 series. I just still prefer the 2003 series.
That appeared to have a toy magnet that can pick up a toy toy.
Cool.
But they have to use a toy magnet. I mean, they have to use a toy toy.
Yeah.
The fun never stops with your favorite characters and Nintendo 3DS games. Playable in
Because
2D
real coins are
on
not
new
magnetic.
Nintendo 2DS XL. Games rated everyone.
But yeah, having this sort of frenetic, high-energy version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles doing 15-minute adventures is something that we haven't had before, and I'm curious to see what they end up doing with it, and what sort of legs it has in the longer term.
Keep it here.
And we're back.
Foxatron can be back at any moment now. But we still have 5 more Zord stars to fix.
Well, out of stone. Oh, here we go. You've proven yourselves to be decent people. The bar was fairly low, but there we go.
To blaze Zord stars.
Nice.
Why?
Hey, random pokey people.
Hello again.
Just as we hoped. You've done well, Rangers.
Yes. Through your actions today, you've proven to the Prism that you are worthy of controlling the power of Blaze Zords.
But the Prism already knows we're worthy. We're Power Rangers. What was different about today?
Don't you remember what you did in your most desperate hour?
Yeah, you helped out people.
Oh, you did it. Thank you. Here's your ring.
Of course, they need to have it spelled out for
This
them.
means to me.
There we go. That's a little freaky. There we go. Doing good things for people.
As you worked to save the city, you still found the time to help those in need.
So you see, it was not your strength, but your selfless deeds that unlocked the Blazords.
Wow. That's it.
Yes, very epic.
Thanks. Whoever you are.
Amusing.
Farewell, Rangers.
Perhaps we will meet again.
The third one sounds like Preston.
Oh no. Is it the Foxatron? No, it's Wolverine.
We'll see on that.
Time for him to meet our
I look forward to
They've
getting
got
some
the voice
follow up on these
distortion on him,
guys.
but what's making him sound like Preston to me is his cadence. Perhaps. What do you think of that?
Here he is!
Foxytron could be activated any minute, so I'm gonna get my revenge.
There we go.
Kristen has a slight tendency towards shadow boxes.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's Blazor time! Yeah!
Alright, let's check out these Blazords. Here we go. Serpent, Panda, Tortoise, Piranha. I like that this is actually set up as 6 Zords. You like never see that. It actually treats them as a 6-part team instead of 5 plus 1. Whoosh. There we go. But yeah, I don't think that's something that we've ever had before. A 6 Zord Megazord where all 6 are part of the base configuration. Nice.
Doesn't stand a chance.
Time to show them what we've got. All together, guys.
I'm surprised they're using this thing to fight Wolverine instead of Foxytron.
Well, Foxytron's not here.
Yeah. Unless they're gonna.
Foxytron's not here. I gotta start moving this blanket.
Now I can reactivate my Foxytron.
Oh.
It's time for me to
We're gonna have a big showdown.
Rangers once and for all.
Hopefully that's not too late. I think most people know that it sometimes feels better to breathe through a blanket.
Yeah. Oh. She warned you.
No, she said you had 2 hours, dude. You didn't finish in 2 hours.
This is true.
Oh no! The Foxytron's back! Why would Odious destroy her own monster?
I don't know, but let's hope this new Megazord is powerful enough to take down that evil
Probably.
Zord.
Prepare yourself, Rangers.
Prepare for trouble! Make it double.
Well, now she really just made it a single.
Let's go!
Very good. They formed the Nature Blaze Megazord.
I like those teams. They have attitude.
Yes, we may need worthy rangers like them in the future.
Time Force?
Foxtrot Swarm! That trick's not gonna work twice, Odious. Ninja Blaze, Burning Blast!
Did you know about that?
Maybe I might know something.
We're coming for you! Ninja Blaze! Star Blitz!
I'm not gonna be saying anything.
It's so strong, impossible.
So it is some freaky time travel stuff.
Everything you've got.
It's just different freaky time travel stuff that I bought.
We shall see.
Begin final attack!
Ooh, they're getting all glowy.
Hold on, everybody!
Woo! Fun.
Ranger Blast?
Yeah,
They have become ammunition.
they get sent out like a gasoline gun. Like,
I will point out that even if it is Time Force Rangers from someplace else,
yeah.
I still think right now, using the voice modulator, those are some of our current Rangers standing in for voices.
Fair enough.
It's just a scratch. Curse those Rangers. How did they get those new Zords?
I don't know, Madam Odious.
How did they get any of their Zords?
Will be devastating.
Oh, it looks like, yeah, there's some battle damage on the mask. There's sort of a slash there, which is an awfully
And would it be the first time somebody else was doubling someone else's voice in a power?
Oh yeah, of course.
Well, if I never see another fox again, it'll be too soon.
That's for sure.
But guys, I feel like we learned a lot today. We're not worthy just because we're Rangers and we're good at fighting.
Yeah.
Because we'll always do what's right.
That's pretty epic.
Hi.
Hey, Sarah.
Yeah, what's up?
I just can't stop thinking about those
We ate
mysterious
already,
cloaked
didn't we?
strangers.
Yeah.
If it weren't for them, we'd have no idea why the prism helped us in the end.
Yeah.
Where did they come from? I wonder if we'll ever see them again.
Yeah, good question.
Preston! Hey! I thought you should know I got an A on the science project.
That's great!
I couldn't have done it without you. Thanks for helping me out.
Of course, anytime.
He missed us a lot.
Hey, did you want to come play some pool?
I'd love to. Just, don't complain too much if I win.
Oh, is that how it is? Hey, Gus. This is Sandy. She'll be on my team. Hey, Sandy. Come on, we're gonna take everybody else here down. All right. Okay.
Everybody's
What's so funny, Monty?
I don't know, Victor.
What? Oh, they're bald on the back?
Is it my hair? Nope, still perfect. Okay.
They're bald on the back. There we go.
Find this juicy.
Ooh, trailer. This Tuesday. There we go. Oh, wow.
That's Jim.
Don't miss a Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel special at a special time, Tuesday at 8 on Nick.
25th anniversary, hon. May have noticed some familiar faces in that trailer.
I thought I saw Gemma.
I don't know. You might be feverish. We'll see. So that was an interesting episode. I liked that they were basically going in a few directions that I feel have been overlooked more recently, which was really emphasizing that
selflessness is important in Rangers.
Yeah, it was something that was very important to the RPM Rangers becoming. Well, not always, but like the RPM Rangers becoming Rangers, the Dino Charge Rangers becoming Rangers. There needed to be that sense of sacrificing, putting yourself in danger for the sake of others.
Mystic Forest Rangers earning new spells.
Sometimes.
They didn't have to do with necessarily putting themselves in danger. It had to do with being selfless.
Yeah. Like,
which is why when they tried to do it, it didn't work.
Like they kept it pretty somewhat amusingly low scale considering the high stakes, but I very much like the intent behind all that. The fact that we seem to be introducing a few new elements to the continuity with the mysterious cloaked figures.
It will probably disappear after the 25th anniversary.
Yes. And who knows if maybe Sandy might become a recurring character, we don't know.
If Shilly's going to be a recurring character or turn out to be a monster.
Fair enough.
Because the Power Rangers seem to have a bad run of luck lately with cute girls turning out to be monsters.
That's fair. But I do feel like there was some attempt here to sort of build out the world and flesh out the world a little bit, and also deepen a little bit of what it means to be a ranger compared to previous episodes of Ninja Steel and Super Ninja Steel. So I liked that they were going along those lines with that. I feel like they're still a little bit blasé on a lot of things that they're going through, which is kind of amusing. Just like,
we've only got 2 hours.
We've only got 2 hours. Only we'd,
done anything.
Literally anything.
We just had Mick working on this while we went to class. That's kind of like the inverse of the Mystic Force Rangers. We were like, when did they go to high school?
Yeah, yeah.
Did they go to high school?
Same thing about
Samurai.
like Ninja Storm was a weird case where they talked about having homework in like one episode, but at no other point were they in high school.
Meanwhile, these guys are like, history class is more important than saving the world.
Yeah, which
Better go to history class while Mick figures things out.
I mean, you can't exactly expect them to like blow their cover, etc. But at the same time, it's like, what were you doing yesterday? Like, did you do anything yesterday? I feel like you didn't. It really felt like it felt like their Zords were sort of hey, you tried. Thank you for trying. We know you're not used to trying. We appreciate that you tried. But, you know, it's still putting forth some good messaging that was actually pretty well on point. I felt like there was a sort of a discrepancy of scale in the stakes. But I also feel like that was a little bit of the point. I'm amused that the cloak figures basically had to sort of hold their hands through the whole process. So it's one of those things where it's still like you're getting there, you're getting better. It's still a little bit like rough around the edges, but we're approaching something something nice here. And I'm glad that we got to have a bit of setup for the next episode with the big 25th anniversary. I was not really expecting this to lead into that at all. I was mostly expecting that the 25th anniversary would just be kind of a standalone episode, like past anniversaries. Well, it's never been really a question of where they fit in continuity, but usually they are a little bit more, well, the team-up elements themselves are often a little bit more, I guess, well, that's not entirely fair to say. Forever Red was very standalone.
I was thinking more like the Christmas episodes, where you're like, where does this fit?
Oh, yeah. Forever Red was fairly standalone, and, but Once a Ranger, I will admit, brought in Sentinel Knight, which was something that moved the plot along. And the Legendary Battle was their, series finale. So that was kind of a big deal. But even so, even in those episodes, where there were elements that tied into other things, there was never a lead-in to a big team-up like that. Like, you look at, pretty much any team-up episode, there's pretty much never a lead-in to a team-up. So that's an interesting element that I like that they did. It kind of tightens up the story, gives a better sense of continuity and flow, and creates some added anticipation. So these are all good things that I've been wanting to see a bit more of, so I'm glad they were included within this episode. I'm trying to think of other things to comment on here. How are you doing? Sparkle fingers? Jazz hands? You're dead. Okay. But yeah, I would say that this was probably one of Ninja Steel's better outings, even if everything was very heavily telegraphed throughout.
I think it's interesting that those blaze stars all look the same.
But the what's all look the same?
Blaze stars.
Yeah. I mean, all of their Zord stars, although they have the same base look to them, generally have different colors at least.
Yeah.
But they all seem to have the sort of orange fire edge on theirs. So I'm not quite sure what the deal was with that. Also, just how their Zords operate in general is just generally arbitrary. the whole, them having to earn these specific Zords was just kind of strange, since that's not something that they've had to do before.
And how did the Time Force Rangers know about that?
That's a very good question. How these cloaked figures knew anything about what was going on.
Seems probably they're just other Rangers.
Like, maybe there's a time travel element to it, maybe there's not, I don't know.
But even if there was a time travel element to it, that would be circular. They
Yeah.
know it because it happened, and it happened because they know it.
Yeah, pretty much. So, hopefully the next episode will resolve a little bit of that, as far as how they knew about the Blaze Stars and the Blaze Megazord, and what it was that the Rangers were going to have to do to earn their new Zord Stars. Because otherwise it does feel a bit contrived. Having, mysterious characters from outside the scope of the show thus far is always sort of a welcome addition to the universe of any given Power Ranger season. And I look forward to them building upon that, hopefully. I'm currently cautiously optimistic about the 25th anniversary. We've had sort of a bit of a hit or miss
Why
run
is
in a
this
lot of
sandwich
things.
between 2 episodes of SpongeBob?
I don't know. I don't know. Nickelodeon has a weird scheduling. One of the main things when it comes to...
Can we make that pirate stop staring at me?
Yeah, I can turn that off. When it comes to, like, Ninja Steel in general, Ninja Steel and Super Ninja Steel, I tend to be a bit more optimistic about it than I was with Samurai and Megaforce, just because I am seeing these little bits of efforts towards improvement, efforts towards injecting ideas, rather than in Samurai, it was very much a translation of Shinkanger. In Megaforce, they were very much trying to be, what was that?
MNPR all the way.
Yeah, they were trying to do these shoutouts to MNPR, and while simultaneously basically just adapting whatever the plot of the day was from their footage and using whatever footage they felt like, regardless of whether or not it fit with what they were doing. So both of those showed, I think, a certain level of carelessness with regards to original storytelling and, story structure. Whereas Ninja Steel, I am seeing these attempts towards structure, these attempts towards setup and payoff. They seem often somewhat sophomoric, but they're there, and they do seem to be working towards towards having competent storytelling, or at least more competent storytelling than during the first half of the
Did you just cough?
Yeah, just got a little something caught in my throat. I'm fine.
You're not catching this?
No, I'm not sick. The Blaze Megazord is it had an okay intro. It didn't like blow me away or anything. Partially because it's been in the opening credits all season. But one kind of fun fact that I'm aware of was you notice their final attack where they all shot out of the Megazord. Apparently, you know how Galvanax in the original Sentai was their main villain?
Huh.
Who pretty much lasted until the end? And you remember how they defeated Galvanax with all of them flying at him?
They got shot out of that.
That was apparently the original footage, was them getting shot out of that Megazord. Instead of the, random ninja Nexus Prism decides to make you all power stars, and that somehow defeats Galvanax for reasons. Reasons, yes. So, Venema is still out there. I'm curious when she'll be defeated, considering that the next episode is looking to be the big team-up. So I imagine that she'll probably not get defeated until the following episode. So Venoma's just kind of been laying low and, just being kind of last
Now, we don't
last
know
ninja
if she
standing.
can try and scrape Madame Odious off the pavement.
But,
I mean, she's definitely lost her big old Zord thing, but maybe she survived.
what, Madame Odious?
Yeah.
Well, we know Madame Odious survived. We saw her right after.
Right, so what I'm saying is, maybe Venom doesn't get defeated soon. Maybe we need her to help Madame Odious back on her feet.
Well, what do you mean back on her feet? What would she need?
Well, she just lost her biggest weapon.
I'm not going to make you move.
I don't have any money right now.
We'll add to it later. But, hey! We're back from hiatus. Of course there needs to be a swear jar in at least one instance. But what do you mean? I know that she lost her Zord.
Yeah.
But what would Venoma be doing to help her in that regard? And why would Venoma want to help her at this point?
Because Venoma's her lackey.
Well, not entirely. Venoma's just kind of,
Venoma's been brown-nosing the heck out of it with...
You're thinking Badana. Venoma is the last remaining galactic ninja who's really upset that her medallion got stolen.
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking of Banana.
Yeah. Venoma's the galactic ninja we keep forgetting about, who's just kind of is stuck in the background during all of this and hasn't even had a chance to use her medallion. I'm wondering if she will get a chance to use her medallion at all. Considering that Foxatron just got destroyed, I don't know if that means that all the medallions are destroyed too, or what. I also don't know what the deal is going to be with this whole big Ranger cloning plan next week, but I'm looking forward to finding out on that. Hey Oliver, how you doing, buddy? You're very fluffy. But yeah, I like that that Power Rangers is back on the air again after 5-month break, and I like that they seem to be pushing a little bit more towards stretching themselves in terms of their storytelling. And we've got 2 new writers fresh out of the intern pool. So welcome to Stephen and Uther. I hope you guys continue to do good work. I think this was a good first outing for you. And hopefully Super Ninja Steel will continue to improve throughout the rest of its season. Because we've got 11 episodes left after this, plus probably a pair of holiday specials. So it's exciting, and Marisa is ready to call it a night. So until next time, farewell, Ranger fans, and let the power protect you. Back from another hiatus, it's Ninja Steel.